They came to Earth quietly, drifting into orbit like a wounded animal seeking a safe place to rest. The vessel was ancient by any known standard, its hull cracked and darkened, its engines barely alive. Those aboard did not come as conquerors or explorers. They came because they were broken. For centuries, the Union fleet had fought a grinding war across the spiral arm. Their ships were powerful but fragile, designed for precision and doctrine rather than endurance. When the fleet was ambushed near an uncharted system, only one cruiser escaped. Its captain chose the nearest inhabited world, a small blue planet. It's classified as low threat and low value. Earth. The landing was rough and visible to every sensor on the planet. Governments panicked and weapons were raised, but no attack came. Instead, a single transmission repeated in fractured signals. Request aid. Request repair. Human leaders argued for days while the alien crew waited in orbit, power fading hour by hour. In the end, curiosity and caution found a balance. A team was sent. They expected demands or warnings. They found engineers. The aliens were tall and pale, their movements careful, their voices soft through translators. They explained their machines with pride and shame, proud of what they once were, ashamed of their failure. Their technology was advanced, clean, and elegant. It was also brittle. Human technicians listened and nodded, then asked questions that confused their guests. Why were the conduits so exposed? Why was redundancy minimal? Why did critical systems rely on single points of control? The aliens answered honestly. Efficiency, doctrine, tradition, humans. Answered with tools. They did not simply repair the ship. They tore it apart. Panels were stripped. Systems were rerouted. Materials were replaced with alloys meant for stress and abuse rather than beauty. The alien captain protested at first. This was not regulation. This was not approved. A human engineer named Tom replied calmly that the ship did not need approval. It needed to survive. When the cruiser launched again, it was heavier and louder. Its engines burned hotter. Its hull bore scars even before battle. The aliens felt uneasy, as if their ship had been turned into something wild. Before they could leave, another message arrived. The enemy had found Earth. The war they fled had followed them. A strike force was inbound, drawn by the alien signal and the chance to erase a weak world. Human leaders did not ask for evacuation. They asked for schematics. What followed shocked the alien crew more than the refit. Human factories shifted overnight. Civilian industries were repurposed. Designers ignored doctrine and built weapons that favored force over finesse. Missiles were crude but numerous. Cannons were heavy and brutal. Armor was layered again and again, till nothing short of annihilation could breach it. The aliens watched as humans integrated their technology. With reckless creativity, they linked systems in ways that violated every safety code. They overclocked power cores. They accepted failure as a given and planned around it. A human tactician named Eli explained it simply. If something can break, it will. So build it so the rest keeps fighting. When the enemy arrived, they expected an easy victory. They found a wall of fire. The rebuilt cruiser led the defense, flanked by human ships that looked like flying fortresses. The enemy weapons struck and were absorbed. Human cannons answered with overwhelming force. The battle was chaos. Ships burned. Debris filled orbit. The alien captain watched his vessel take hits that would have killed it before. Now it fought on. Humans did not retreat when damaged. They advanced. They rammed. They boarded. The enemy fleet broke within hours. Those that fled carried stories of madness and steel. When the battle ended, Earth still stood. The alien crew gathered in silence, unable to process what they had seen. They had come for repairs. They had been rebuilt. The Union fleet returned months later, expecting to recover survivors. Instead, they found Earth fortified and waiting. Human advisors stood beside alien officers. Human designs spread through alien fleets. The war changed. Battles grew shorter and more violent. Enemy strongholds fell under relentless assault. Where once the Union had defended, it now advanced at the final confrontation. The alien captain from the wounded cruiser stood on the bridge of a human-built flagship. He reflected on the first days in orbit above Earth. Humans had been classified as minor. They had been wrong. When the enemy surrendered, it was not to alien authority alone. It was to the combined will of a species that refused to break. After the war, the alien captain recorded his report. He wrote that humans were unpredictable, dangerous, and indispensable. He wrote that they did not fight to preserve perfection. They fought to endure. Earth was no longer low value. It was the heart of a new doctrine. If it can be rebuilt, it can fight. If it can fight, it can win.